What's up everyone? In this video, we're gonna talk about the free characters in Honkai Star Rail. Honkai Star Rail has plenty of characters to choose from, but if you're free-to-play player, you might be wondering which characters you can obtain without spending any money. Well, there are 8 free characters in Honkai Star Rail, and we're going to show you how to get them. We'll break down each character and give you a brief overview of their strengths and weaknesses. So if you're ready to learn about these amazing free characters, then keep watching. First up is Trailblazer. The Trailblazer is the main protagonist of the game and is available for selection right from the start. You can also choose the gender of the Trailblazer, either Receptacle Y, who is male, or Receptacle X, who is female. It is worth noting that the Trailblazer is aligned with the Path of the Destruction, which is one of the paths in the game. Characters belonging to this path are known for their high damage output and resilience in battle. The Trailblazer's basic attack is called Farewell Hit, which deals physical damage equal to 50% of the Trailblazer's attack to a single enemy. And their skill is called RIP Home Run, which deals physical damage equal to 62% of the Trailblazer's attack to enemies. Their ultimate has 2 damage modes, dealing single target physical damage, and the other one, splash physical damage. The Trailblazer also has a unique ability called Scattered Stars. When enemies are defeated due to the Trailblazer's ultimate, the Trailblazer additionally regenerates 10 energy. Once you finish the Jarrillo 6 main story, you will unlock Fire Specialization for your Trailblazer, which is superior to their physical one. When the Fire Trailblazer is hit, they gain 1 stack of Magma Will, and at 4 or more stacks, their basic attacks becomes enhanced, dealing damage to a single enemy and adjacent enemies. The Trailblazer can also use their Ice Breaking Light skill to deal fire damage to a single enemy and gain 1 stack of Magma Will. Their skill provides damage reduction for themselves and taunt. Lastly, their ultimate hits all enemies and enhances their next attack without consuming Magma Will. Right after you obtain the Trailblazer character, you will meet March 7th and Dan Heng, and they will join your team. March 7th. March 7th is a 4-star character with an ice element and uses a bow as her weapon. She has freezing powers and defensive abilities, making her an excellent addition to any team. She plays the role of defensive support for your team with the ability to manipulate which character will be the damage tank and potentially prevent a fatal slam attack from enemies towards a dying character. Additionally, when a shielded ally is attacked by an enemy, March 7th immediately counters, dealing ice damage equal to 50% of her attack, which can be triggered 2 times each turn. Her Eidolon resonance levels increase the number of times her talent's counter effect can be triggered each by 1 turn. When the counter is triggered, she deals additional ice damage equal to 30% of her defense. Every time her ultimate freezes a target, she regenerates 10 energy. Her ultimate level can be increased up to +2. Dan Heng. Dan Heng is a 4-star wind-based DPS character specialized in fighting elite enemies with high base attack, but can only target 1 opponent at a time. He has the Hunt Path, allowing him to deal serious single-target damage. Furthermore, Dan Heng has very fast movement speed and is one of the few wind element characters in Honkai Star Rail at release, which makes him especially powerful when taking on enemies weak to wind element. Dan Heng can reduce an enemy's speed through his skills. Specifically, his skill reduces the enemy's speed by an additional 10% when triggered. In addition, Dan Heng's ultimate skill deals increased damage if the target is slowed. Dan Heng's skills can be enhanced with his Eidolons, which are unlocked as players progress through the game. For instance, Eidolon 1, the higher you are, the harder you fall, increases his crit rate by 15% when the enemy hit has HP greater than or equal to 50%. While Eidolon 2, Control the Malice, Extinguish the Flame, reduces his talent cooldown by 1 turn. Asta. Asta is a 4-star fire element character in Honkai Star Rail that can act as both a DPS and support character. You will attain Asta from the first ever warp pool you will do in the prologue. She's a support that can increase speed and attack of her allies. You will use her a lot in the early game, especially against enemies weak to fire. Asta's strength lies in her ability to deal damage to multiple enemies at once, and her potential to eliminate waves of enemies. Her damage output is not very impressive, but she can provide support to the team and boost their speed by 36 and their attack power by 25% in the early game. Serval. To unlock Serval, a 4-star lightning character in Honkai Star Rail, players must pre-register for the game before its official release date. With 3.5 million pre-registration reach, Serval is now available as a reward for pre-registration. Serval is a powerful character with a basic attack that deals lightning damage to a random enemy adjacent to the character, and her talent triggers energy regeneration when dealing additional damage. Serval's skill, Lightning Flash, deals lightning damage to a single enemy and adjacent enemies, and Shock status, which inflict lightning damage over time to enemies. Her Goodnight Bellbug skill allows her to deal lightning damage equal to 50% of her attack to a random enemy upon entering battle. Many players use her as a main DPS, while others use her as a sub-DPS, and she has the Erudition path, which allows her to attack more than one target. Herta. Herta is a 4-star ice element character. She is the master of the Herta space station and is known to have the highest IQ in the blue. She will be accessible by all players simply by playing the game. After completing the main story quest, Lingering Shadows, Herta will be added to your collection, and you can start using her. She deals some serious AoE damage and can be built in a variety of ways, but most players build her as a main DPS. Her most effective light cone is the Birth of the Self, which increases damage dealt by Herta's follow-up attacks by 24% and has an extra 24% damage dealt when the current HP of the target enemy is below 50% of their max HP. She's great for farming thanks to her follow-up attacks, but not very good for other content. You can also get 3 Eidolon for Herta after clearing Simulated Universe World 2, 4, 6 for the first time. Players can get Natasha from completing Gerillo's 6 main story, Lying in Rust. She is a 4-star physical support character who works as a doctor in the underworld. Her basic attack is called Behind the Kindness, which deals 50% of her attack as physical damage to an enemy. Her skill, Love, Heal, and Choose, allows her to heal a target ally for 9% of her max HP plus 60. Additionally, the ally is healed for another 6% of Natasha's max health plus 40 at the start of the next 2 turns. She is one of the healers available in the game aside from the 5-star Bailu, which makes her a must-have in the later parts of the game where difficulty spikes. And lastly, we have Sinke. Players can obtain Sinke by completing the Forgotten Hall, Memory Stage 3. Sinke is a Path of Erudition 4-star quantum character who can enhance her own attacks. Sinke randomly draws 1 jade tile from the cracks, dots, or bamboo suit at the beginning of an ally's turn. If Sinke holds 4 tiles of the same suit at the beginning of her turn, she will use up all tiles and enter the Concealed Kong state, improving her attack by 36% and enhancing her skills. Sinke has a 65 chance to draw a jade tile during an enemy's turn at level 6. Sinke gives players access to the rare quantum element, but sadly her performance is underwhelming. Her kit is RNG heavy, and if you're unlucky, she will do terrible damage. That's it for the list of free characters. Thank you for watching our video about the free characters in Honkai Star Rail. We hope you found this information helpful in your gameplay experience. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more Honkai Star Rail content and other gaming related videos. Also, let us know in the comments which free character you're most excited to add to your roster. Happy gaming, and we'll see you in the next one.